Ted Cruz, I think, may have just committed a federal crime on his podcast. That's strange. Or at least, 100% is in murky waters here, okay? Take a look at this.
And I'll say, if you don't live in Georgia, if you live in Texas, if you live in California, if you live in Guam, if you live in Australia. And by the way, this podcast I was looking today is among the podcasts listened to in Australia, in India,
Canada, in Australia.
It's listened to in China. I'm kind of worried the Chi-Coms are listening to us.
They're trying to get intel from us.
All right, if you're a Chi-Coms, don't give money to Herschel. Give money to Wardock.
To give y'all background, I really apologize. Ben just spit out a little bit of his water. Yikes.
Yeah.
But if you're not, go to teamherschel.com, teamherschel.com. If we do this right, we'll say that more than Lindsey Graham sends lindseygraham.com. And I think he has that tattooed on his forehead.
That's very true.
But if you're in Georgia, vote and get everyone you know to vote. If you're not in Georgia, give what you can, because this battle, it's not just for Georgia.
So that sounded completely normal, boilerplate, raising money, right? You are not allowed to solicit donations from foreign countries' citizens, right? Honestly, it's not discussed that much, so I could totally see a normie not knowing that's the case. A senator, whenever a big part of his day-to-day is raising money, should probably know that he's not supposed to encourage people who live in foreign countries who are not U.S. citizens to donate to the campaign of a current senatorial candidate. And so it's just strange to see that happen. And I can tell you guys, if Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez went on her podcast and said something like that, the right would go nuts and be like, see, they want the foreign countries to participate in our election. Lock her up. But with this, no one will care. And honestly, it's not the biggest thing in the world. He may have just been listing off locations he knows that people listen to his podcast from. Everyone donate, not thinking about it. Okay, I get that. I'm not making the biggest deal of it. It's just funny to see the oblivious nature of him, and something that they would lose their you-know-what if a liberal did the same thing. So interesting little moment there from Ted Cruz. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get access to an extra full show every Saturday that only members can see, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there is a link in the description.